Hey guys, what's up? It's Grand Strategy Boy here. We're going to continue on our Sparta campaign, taking an aim at Phrygia. We are currently allied with Egypt and Rome. We're also going to mostly on this video focus on Macedon. We'll see how this goes. We're going to start right off with finishing up the conquest of Greece by taking out Tara. Should be pretty quick. I'm not going to bore you guys with the details of this war since it should be done in like 10 seconds here. Alright, quick, easy peace deal. Should be able to take everything without too much trouble. They've only got one territory, I just wanted to make sure. Fill out the peace deal. Call it good. And there we go. Alright, Tara is done. Now next we're going to turn around and start getting ready to focus on Macedon. Spare you guys the details of the plan and just show you the actual action, shall we? Just do a few things here real quick and focus on my the Matter of Greece mission. Alright, war with Macedon. Egypt did break their alliance with me, so I don't have Egypt on my side anymore, but I don't think I'm going to need them for this war. I'm at roughly equal strengths with Macedon, so if I can play my cards right now, I should be able to walk over them even with their allies helping them now. So, should be a pretty straightforward campaign. Hopefully, since they're still kind of low on manpower, after the last war I should be able to walk over them. My generals are slightly better, plus Sparta also has naturally higher discipline than Macedon, so should go pretty well. Over here they actually made like a final push into my territory. I'm starting to move all my troops down. Once they are all grouped up, I should outnumber them, although that rank 15 mercenary they hired is going to be in my way. I'm going to divide them up here, as you can see over there. Starts out as a toss-up, but as soon as the rest of my troops get in here, I should outnumber them. Yeah, I outnumber them by about 6,000. I should easily win this now. Alright, that's done with. Time to push into Thrace. And see how much territory we can get from Macedon from this war. Just showing some of the movements here. Taking their allies' territory, who I originally declared war on, bumped my war score up so I can get this done a little quicker. I always go with a very close by war goal, lets you take out your enemies a lot faster, as most of you probably know. Just trying to max out how much territory I get here in this first peace deal. There we go. Now I'll pull back and cover. Prep to get ready for another war with Macedon. Hopefully not too much trouble comes of it in the meantime. Might also take aim at Phrygia here and maybe get control of that lower portion of Greece all the way. Also get the Peloponnesian Peninsula completely under my control. I am dealing with a pretty high aggressive expansion at the moment, so I'm trying to address that. Keeping your population happy is one excellent way to keep aggressive expansion from having full impact. Really no disloyal provinces or anything like that, just helping out my allies here. And Rome's going to war with Carthage, go figure. Hopefully they're doing okay. My northern ally is falling apart, because they're in the middle of a civil war, but I wind up annexing half of their territory. I'm also going to start building an effective fleet. I always use Tetriers as my third instead of Hexiers because they're faster. Then I have Octiers and Megapolyremes with my two mains. Generally I send the Megapolyremes in first. Ready for another war with Macedon at this point. My aggressive expansion has dropped. I'm not going to call my allies in again, just because I want Rome to stay on my side for when I have to fight Phrygia. Alright. The whole war goal is to seize that island down there, so assuming I can hold on to it, I can boost up my score pretty quick. Few back and forth battles, but nothing like the last war. There will be no major push into my territory. There will be a few mop-up battles, but that'll be about it. Looks like Phrygia and the Seleucids went to war, so I just gotta keep an eye on that. Hopefully it weakens Phrygia up a little bit, but for the most part I think they stay pretty strong. Alright, we're just kind of cleaning up here. As you can see, most of Macedon is occupied. Slowly getting there. War score is climbing. We're at 56 and slowly rising. Not a whole lot of organized resistance left between them and their allies. I've beaten back most of their stuff. I still have 44,000 manpower in reserve. So this will be the peace deal. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to play with the margins a little bit here just so I don't have anything to worry about behind me in the next one. There we go. Brings me up to 100. Adds another 59 aggressive expansion, so I'll be back over 50, which will be annoying, but we'll manage. Alright, that's a lot of territory, but Sparta's looking pretty thick now. I think we're able to start thinking about maybe taking out Phrygia here. Hopefully we have some luck. Takes a little bit of build up, but we'll do it. Get rid of some of these defensive fortifications, boost my economy a little bit so I can afford some more troops. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. I'll start lining up my forces to invade. Alright, so Phrygian Civil War actually broke out, or Phrygian Revolt. Not sure 100% if there's a real difference, but they don't have any allies on their side for the revolt, so I'm going to see if I can snag this territory over here. Most likely they'll probably settle the revolt before anything happens, but I'm going to try for it. This will be my first active aggression versus Phrygia. Unfortunately, everybody else stayed allied with Phrygia, so I'm not going to be able to snipe any of their allies here too easily. And Phrygia's civil war ended. Now I'm just at war with one of the guys who allied with them, but they're all the way down in Africa, so not really much I can do there. So I'm going to start prepping for a war with the main Phrygia. Moving my troops back into my territory now. See, those guys are down in Africa. Not a whole lot I can do against them. Although you'd think having a common enemy would ally me back with Egypt, but I'll keep working on that. It's close, only a few more points to go, so give him a gift and I should be okay. Just gotta save up the gold for it. Alright, I am actually at war with regular Phrygia now. I've pushed into the territory down in Greece quite a bit. I've had some pretty good early successes. I did get Egypt back on my side to help keep them occupied down below. Fortunately, this war is gonna be pretty back and forth. You guys will see quite a bit of carnage as we go on. It was not an easy one to win and get what I needed from down here, but right now my troops are holding firm on the border up there while I can secure down here, and then hopefully I can fight them all on one front as opposed to fighting all of their allies and them at the same time. Just need everything to mop up pretty quick here. It looks to be going fairly well. Got our disloyal general in there who's just kind of running around. Move this mercenary army up because they have broken through my holding point up there. They're sieging the fort down. Have some reserves over there, but it might be a little bit before I can get control of the situation. And Phrygia is bringing in more troops, starting to outnumber me there pretty heavily. I only have a rank 6 general as well to hold against their 11, so I need that mercenary army to get up there. And they've broken through. I'm going to have to move my troops out of the way here. They're not going to hold out on their own, so I'm going to have to wait until I'm completely grouped up. I should have a force of around 80,000 once everything gets there. should be enough to hopefully push them back into Asia. They're also sieging Byzantium. I'm just calling it Constantinople from EU4. But my troops are massed now. They're led by that mercenary general, so I have almost 90,000 troops against their 40,000, so it should be a pretty easy battle here. My higher discipline and equal level generals should make it a pretty easy victory for me. Wish my morale was a little better, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. I'm glad I'm turning them back somewhere. So, the island campaign's going fairly well. They do occasionally get a small victory in, which sets me back. I'm also dealing with Phrygia landed at a separate spot, but for the most part, they are being mopped up quite nicely. Fortunately, Egypt and Rome are both being kind of useless and have both invaded the same island down in the Aegean, and they're just both sitting on it, not moving their troops, so not very helpful. The war goal for this is technically these islands right here in Ropedope, and as you can see, I am getting control of it again. I'm dealing with their constant stream of fresh mercenary armies coming down, which is really annoying. I hate how the AI can do that and just hire them and march them through your territory before you can oppose them. You really should be able to just stop them dead in their tracks before they get anywhere, but you know. Whatever. Alright, managed to take the armies out that were flowing through Byzantium. I'm trying to clean up all the territory behind there and keep that mercenary army from reaching their territory. I've been fairly successful. I'm actually thinking we're going to win this battle here. Their morale is dropping fast, and they're attacking across that gap, so they've got quite a big modifier against them. Just in case, I do have my rank 11 mercenary army of 30,000 men inbound to reinforce, but I don't think they'll be necessary. I'll probably turn them around. Yeah, looks like we're going to win this battle. Alright, and I have sent troops to deal with the third front that Phrygia tried to open up, so we're going to siege Byzantium back and hopefully recapture it. I'm going to try and actually eliminate this army up here, maybe increase their war exhaustion a little bit, and hopefully help my score out. Sending my armies in two opposite directions to hopefully mop up their retreating army, but with my luck they'll retreat a different direction. Alright. And we are finishing up the island hopping campaign here. These troops are the ones that were up top there that we just saw fighting that other army. They were able to mop it up. This is our mercenary army. We are having some luck down here. However, they are starting to stack quite a few troops near me, so I'm getting a little nervous since this is all we have to defend this area. I have pushed in to try and boost my war score to get this war over with, because at this point it's dragged on for like 30 years and I am just sick and tired of it. So this fleet is actually getting put together to try and sail to their capital and sack it so that I can increase the war score and maybe get what I need. They're starting to overwhelm my small mercenary army down here. They outnumber me probably 3 to 1 at this point. I'm going to try and hold them with just this army. I'm not going to reinforce and hopefully be able to still gain some territory on the other sides, but they are moving in troops to intercept it, so I might not be able to hold quite as well. Turns out that mercenary army did get defeated. I'm going to try and just make peace here with some luck, hopefully. No luck yet. The mercenary army is on retreat. I did notice that they invaded the southern half of my islands, so I'm going to retake Crete. And I've also landed the other 2 armies that were originally going to take their capital. The ships got intercepted by their much larger fleet, so I had to redivert the troops in the north here to recapture this fort. I'm also trying to take Rhodes back. Phrygia sieged it down below. I got kind of frustrated with having to recapture this, so I just sent my much larger force in to clear that fort. They didn't have a lot of defenses in there, so hit him pretty hard and managed to get it back, mainly because the Rhodope is my war goal, and it tanks my war score anytime I'm not holding that. As you can see in the bottom right there, it's only down to 52 now. I did recapture the island of Rhodope, and I'm sitting on that fort to make sure, but I realize there's an army rampaging through my territory, so I start to make some concessions on my demands for the war, and try to drop the war score down enough that I can hopefully get what I need here. Alright. Well, good enough. I'll at least push them off mainland Greece. They'll be stuck on the island chains. What I didn't notice in this peace deal is that I accidentally gave Egypt an island in the Aegean. That'll come up later. But for now, I'll let them have it. They're still allied with me, so I'm not terribly concerned about it. And it'll be easy to take, because if I'm going for the Argead Empire, I do have to take Egypt's land. So I will just include that in the peace deal. But for now, I've managed to win my first war against Phrygia. So that's good news. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, because I do still have enough manpower left, I am going to start prepping to invade what's left of Macedon and hopefully wipe them out. I'm gonna not bother to call in my allies for this. I don't want them to, for some reason, refuse, because I have had that happen even if they are green check marks. I'm declaring war on these guys because they are Macedon's ally, and Macedon is actually allied with Phrygia. I don't want to be fighting them on a two-front war. But the war is going very well. I pretty much walked through them without any real trouble. Gonna take their vassal here and make sure Macedon is completely dead. Luckily my war score is at exactly 100, which is beautiful. I'm gonna take all that, boost my aggressive expansion back up to like 86, but because I have primary culture happiness, not gonna have any issues with it. And there's that. That is the end of Macedon and the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed the content, please feel free to like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you later.